We are commemorating today one of the truly great popes of the church. He is called the Great because he was known for his charity, his sense of justice, and his political diplomacy. But more than that, because of his devotion to Christ and to the church. And he urged us to study, saying, I beg you study and meditate each day the words of God, for in so doing you would come to know the heart of Jesus. In the gospel today, Jesus is having a meal with some of his disciples. However, some onlookers were critical of what they saw, not so much of Jesus, rather of his disciples. They asked why they were not fasting and offering prayers like the disciples of John the Baptist did. Jesus tried to explain that there would be occasions when fasting would be called for, but not now. Instead, he proceeded to offer a teaching to them by telling them a parable about old wine and new skins. Jesus used this story to demonstrate that there are old ways and new ways to look at life. The old belongs with the old, the new belongs with the new. And Jesus was about making things new. But not everybody appreciated or understood his thinking. Jesus was introducing something new, the kingdom of God. And it required openness to change. Clinging to the old way of doing things satisfied some, but apparently it did not satisfy the disciples of Jesus. The exchange between Jesus and the scribe and the Pharisees about old and new, well, that's going on even today in our church. Can we mix the old and the new successfully? Or will we end up bursting the new old wine skins, as Jesus said happens when the new wine is poured out into the old skins? St. Gregory, in his lifetime, labored to maintain the original core of Jesus' teaching. That's found in the Gospels and in the New Testament letters that we heard today. We too need to strive to be rooted in the true essence of our faith, Christ, in whom absolute fullness resides, but also to heed the invitation of Gregory the Great, who through his many letters and guided and formed his flock. Study, I beg you, he said, and each day meditate on the words of your Creator. Learn the heart of God and the words of God, so that you may long more ardently for eternity. Gregory died in 604. One of the rules we learned in homiletics was don't start another homily when you completed one. But I couldn't help it as I was over there ruminating on what I was hearing about Jesus being at a wedding and having a good time. And there was a time in my life, maybe when I was younger, when I used to say, it's great being Catholic. We can drink, we can dance, and we can eat.